Alright guys, welcome back. I'm Mike with Ace Cafe Bikes, and today is the first bike build of 2022. Welcome to January. The frigid north. Oh boy, it is cold today. We had some snow over the weekend and now temperatures are just dropping again. But it's wintertime, so what do we expect? Nonetheless, we are here today to do some work, finally. But before we get to that, a couple of quick announcements. I thought I should explain a little bit about the shorts, right? I'm trying that. I didn't ever do one of those before, and the main reason why was because I never knew how to do it. I had looked it up once, and I'm like, nah, I thought just adding shorts into like the description or the comments of it would work. That doesn't. The key thing, if any of you guys are trying to make shorts as well, the key thing is it needs to be between 15 seconds and 1 minute, and it has to be filmed portrait, which I hate doing. My kids do that. I always thought that was an iPhone thing. It's hard for me to do that, but I always film in landscape. If you want to do shorts, it has to be in portrait. Luckily, the editing software that I do has a feature where you can pick actually Instagram or YouTube short mode, which that was fantastic. However, what it does is it just compresses the resolution. So if your subject or whatever it is that you're doing is not centered, it's not going to work out very good. So there you go. Portrait mode, 15 seconds to 1 minute. YouTube does the rest. Today, we're going to get into a little bit of this. I'm going to change the oil today. Got a new filter with a K&N. And while the oil is out, I thought it'd be a good time to take a look at taking the clutch cover off and checking to see what's going on in there. Not that I got a problem going on in there. I think it's still more in the adjustment, but since the oil's out, might as well just take a peek. And here's the issue that I'm having. I feel like I've run out of the adjustment travel with the clutch lever on the top and with it on the bottom. But here recently I've seen I might be doing the bottom incorrectly. So since we're gonna have the oil out, I'm still gonna take a look at probably just as deep as the springs. The springs that hold the pressure plate on, those have a serviceable life. So we'll take a look at the manual and see what we're having in just a rested state and see if we're within tolerance. And if we are, great, we'll put it back in. This bike has never had a clutch issue. It doesn't stick, it doesn't miss gears. So I don't think there's a problem with the clutch itself. And that's good because I don't have the actual tool to take the basket out. I've seen videos where people have made them. I have a 24 millimeter socket, kind of turn into a bit of a castle nut because that's how that is. It's 4 prongs that goes in and then you turn. But or I could just buy one, and I don't think that's necessary because I don't think that's the actual problem. So it'll cost me the oil, I guess, if that is, to drain all the oil back out if we can't get the adjustment right, but I think we will. The other thing is, which you may have seen this on Instagram if you follow me there. If you don't, you should. Ace Cafe Bikes as well. I posted a picture of this. I think this is that tiny little water leak that we get, especially when the bike gets hot, and it almost always leaks after you turn the bike off. Rarely is it leaking when it's running, which is also interesting. But there's tons and tons of gunk and goop that this guy put on these O-rings. I think I have these O-rings. Clean this up and magic will happen, and then our little water leak will go away. Hopefully that's the issue. The reason why I think that's the issue is because it only ever leaks on that side. This side looks like it's probably the same format of repair. I can kind of see a little bit of blue right along the gap there that he used that as a seal. And I think that will rectify this. Once that's done, that'll probably be all that we get through today. I kind of like to keep the videos around 10 or 12 minutes, and with me talking all this time, it's going to be real quick. Little glimpses of doing this work. One moment. I got a Christmas present this year to do some of these measurings, and I never owned one of these myself, and I think this is a suitable one, a little micrometer. I'm excited to see that. So this will get its first use today, measuring those springs. Also, a little bit of a sneak peek. The real reason why I wanted that is to confirm what these front fork size was, because the next build, the CB900, I'm going to put clip-ons on. I want to make sure before I bought them what size those actually were. It's a little bit difficult to measure a cylinder with the tape measure. So that was the real idea, but the first go with that's going to measure these springs, so that's going to be fantastic. So let's dive right into it and we'll get moving. Thank you for sticking around for this gap that we've had. We are over 400 subscribers now, which is absolutely still blowing my mind. Thank you so much for all that have subscribed and give us a little bit of time of your day when there's something to watch. I really appreciate it. So anyway, let's kick on some music and let's get busy. Here we go. So we checked out the service manual for the service life of these springs and the clutch pressure plate, and the range is 33.9 to 32.5. So we've got 32.7, 7/8, that's the same as that one. 32.88, that one's a little better. And the last one, 32.77. So the good news is it looks like they're all wearing at the same rate, and they all are still in the serviceable range, which it may be something we need to check out in the future, but I think for now, we're good to go. take it in, let it sit for a little while. I think that we got she's all warmed up. We ran it for about 10 minutes. We're gonna take it in and see if we still got a water leak. All right, so we'll put this couple paper towels under there. We'll check a couple of things. We got the plug, the filter, the cover, all those are off. We'll check, make sure we're not leaking oil. And on the other side is where we change the water pipe. So, and that will be the side that it drains if it leaks. So hopefully it's all fixed. And I do love that we got that clutch fixed. That's great. Well, it's been about an hour since we brought the bike in. We're testing for leaks of oil and for water on our paper, and we have 0. So I think we're doing great.